Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Azrin bin Muhammad Azhan. My metric card is 15 DPR 21F 2024. I am from class DPR 1B. Today, I'm gonna present about the review for the movie Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's get started. Let's talk about Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home is a 2021 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character Spider-Man. Co-produced by Columbia Pictures and Marvel Studios and distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing. This movie is directed by John Watts. Okay, for the main character in this movie is Tom Holland and Zendaya. Tom Holland as Peter Parker or Spider-Man, a teenager and Avenger who receives spider-like abilities after being bitten by radioactive spider. The film explores the fallout of Spider-Man Far From Home 2019 mid-credit scene, in which Parker's identity as Spider-Man is exposed and Parker is more pessimistic in contrast to previous Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU) films. Holland said Parker feels defeated and insecure and was excited to explore the darker side of character. The adjustment back to portraying Parker, including raising his voice pitch and returning to the mindset of a naive, charming teenager, was strange for Holland after taking on more mature roles such as in Cherry 2021. And for Zendaya as Michael MJ Jones Watson, Parker's classmate and girlfriend. The character's full name is revealed in the film, having previously just been known as Michael Jones, bringing her closer to the comics counterpart, Mary Jane Watson. For the plot movie in Spider-Man No Way Home, first of all, after Quentin Beck frames Peter Parker for his murder and reveals Parker's identity as Spider-Man Parker, his girlfriend MJ Watson, best friend Ned Leeds, and Aunt May are interrogated by Department of Damage Control. Next, Strange prepares to reverse and contain spell and send the villains back to their respective universes. But Parker steals the spell, traps Strange in the mirror dimension, and with May, takes the villains to Happy Hogan's apartment, where he uses Stark Industries technology to cure Octavius. Then, including Eddie Brock, who unknowingly leaves behind a piece of the Venom symbiote. Okay, let's talk about the moral values of the Spider-Man No Way Home. The first is understanding others. Peter has some wonderful friends. The other alternate universe Peter Parkers relate to Peter's pain from their own stories of loss and failure and help Peter recognize that things not going according to plan is often just how life works, and it doesn't mean that our efforts are in vain. Okay, for the second moral value is responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. The most iconic line in Marvel history wasn't uttered until the third Spider-Man film during the MCU's takeover. Both Maguire's and Andrew Garfield's iterations of Spider-Man had that same speech about needing to direct their superpowers towards something good by their respective Uncle Bens. On the flip side, his Aunt May is the one that dropped the great power line on Peter. MCU's Peter Parker had a lot of learning to do. He was always willing to help, but he was often irresponsible and careless in getting his jobs done. He just wanted the Avengers title, and that's what mattered to him. Peter did try to reintroduce himself to MJ and Ned, but ultimately decided against it, realizing he can have a fresh start. Peter dons a more classic Spider-Man suit and prepares himself for this new chapter of his life. Peter now understanding that with great power comes great responsibility. For the last moral value is wisdom. In this movie, Peter Parker has a wise thinking about if there's magic involved, leave it alone. Now, if Peter Parker took a second to think, the plot of the film would be non-existent. Odds are Peter should have known that he needed to get in contact with MIT to negotiate the enrollment of him and his friends before deciding to change reality itself by brainwashing all of it. Conclusion, Spider-Man No Way Home is a technically stunning, thrilling and witty film as expected from Marvel Studios. The moral values that get from the movie is very beneficial for life. This movie is where he finishes learning how to be Spider-Man. So that's all from me for this movie. Thank you for listening. Bye.